In this tutorial, we will see how to use an app in Sandstorm called Hacker Slides. Hacker Slides is a really useful tool that helps you create online presentations or web slides that you can use anywhere, either as a direct link or embedded in your website as an intro. Now we will see how this works here. To use it, we first have to log in. Head over to your apps area. If Hacker Slides is available, you can use it directly. Otherwise, you can always install it from the app market. Let's click on Hacker Slides and create a new set of slides. By default, Hacker Slides provides you with some default text so that you understand how it works. To begin, let's give our set of slides a name. Call it my first online presentation. The name of the screen has changed. I have got some text here that can help demonstrate how Hacker Slides works. To start out with, there are 4 heading styles. They vary in size based on the number of hashes. To the left, a single hash is the largest, whereas 4 hashes is the smallest size of heading. If you notice, although the characters have capitals and small characters here, in the heading everything is all caps. To separate the slides, we need to put in 3 dashes. If you don't put these 3 dashes, it becomes a single slide. Here 2 slides have joined because I have removed 3 dashes between them. Let's now put in the 3 dashes to separate the slides. Clicking on the next slide's contents changes the screen to your right. This slide shows the 3 different styles for the text. There's the normal text, which you just type in as it is. There's the italic text, and there's the link text. The italic text needs the start and the end of your text needs to have an underscore. Something like this. If you need to add another underscore in between, it should work. However, if you add another underscore, things start to look a little different. So let's correct this. This is link text. In the case of link text, you need to put in the text that you need to link in square brackets, and without leaving a gap, put in the link that you want to link it to within round brackets. This text automatically links in such a manner that clicking it would open the particular website. I'll just try and open it in a new window now. There, the website has opened for it. I'll come back to this. The next thing we learn is how do we put in an image. Now, it's very similar to the link text, with the difference being this particular asterisk that you need to put in front of it, an exclamation mark. So, you just put in whatever you would like to describe the image as within the square brackets, and the link to that particular image. Now I have already got a grain made in Davros. If you need to know how to create a Davros grain, you can see my other video. In the grain I have added an image of Pluto, and since I have published this grain, I am using this image of Pluto on my slide. So essentially you will need to put a link to an image that is available online. If you want to host the image within Sandstorm, I just showed you how to do it. Create a Davros grain, upload the image, publish the Davros grain, and take the link of the image and put it over here. That's it. That's all there is to actually using Hacker Slides. What we will also show now is how do you share access. To share access with someone else to create slides along with you, you can either get a shareable link, you can define a label for the link and create a link. You can then send this link using chat or email or any method of your choosing. You can see who has access using the label. In this case, you cannot change the type of access. It's just one kind of access that you can give, and you can revoke access. Alternately, you can use an email address to invite a guest user. There is no option to select the type of access. Optionally, you can put in a personal message. This goes out in an email from Sandstorm. Now that the email is gone out, let's see what it looks like from your guest user's point of view. The guest user receives your email, clicks on the button in the email to come across to your slides. The person will see the same slides that you have created. They can also contribute. Let's use some heading style in this. Any change is it doesn't happen in real time. So if you notice, although the guest user has added some text here, it does not appear on your side. For this, you will need to close your grain on your end, come back to it later, and you will be able to see the added text at your end. So this is not for real-time collaboration. You can send the link to someone, they can make changes to the slide, and you can come back to the slides later to see the changed slides. So that's about the type of access that can be shared, that can be used for collaboration. Now I'll come to how do you use this particular slideshow online somewhere. So if you notice, there are two options over here. One is plain text mode and one is present. Plain text mode is nothing but converting the text in this area into plain text so that you can make changes. You can just jump from text to text without things changing on the right side. In most cases, you would use it in rich text mode, because as you make changes, you want to see how it looks like. And that's a nice thing about Hacker Slicer. It takes you to the slide where the change happens, so that you don't need to do anything about it. There is one other thing that I forgot to mention. You can also keep notes. Anything after note is private. It does not appear on your text. So this is something that you can use when you're presenting. You just need to keep a particular aspect in mind. At that time, you can add notes to all your slides and follow those notes. Coming back to the last option, which is present. Present has a link attached to it. So if I click this, it will open in a new window and your slides are available here. You can use arrow keys to go between your slides. You can use the pointer, the arrows on your slides, to go to the left or to the right. You can also use this in your website, something like an embedded presentation. An example of that is on the iWebz.net website. If you click on personal web apps, we have embedded a presentation. As you can see, these slides are being served via the Hacker Slides app on our own server. This has all kinds of text. You have the heading text, you have the normal text, you have the italic text, you have images, and you have link text. Next, we will see how to back up this grain. This is useful in case you plan to shift to your own self-hosted Sandstorm server. In case you do not want to use the iWebz service, or let's say you have almost run out of storage quota for your grains, and you want to back up a few grains to use later on. You can download the grains as a backup, delete it from or trash it on the iWebz Sandstorm service, so you have some storage quota left for another grain. And when you are done with those grains, you can trash those grains and then restore this particular grain. Let's see how do we back up the grain. On the top, you have this option, download backup. You can download this as a zip file. That's it. The grain is backed up. You can always trash the grain. As you can see, although in trash, it's still counting towards your grain storage. That's it. Now we go to the main area. The grain isn't here. To restore backup, click on Restore Backup. Select the grain that you had downloaded to your local PC and click on Upload. The grain uploads, everything goes back to the last state of that particular grain. That's all there is to it. That's the end for this tutorial. See you in the next one.